Imagine waking up in Rome, 313 AD, and hearing the unthinkable. Christians are now free to worship, legally, openly, without fear. Just decades earlier, being caught at a secret church meeting could mean torture or execution. Roman emperors blamed Christians for fires, plagues, and disasters. Their strange refusal to honor the traditional gods made them outcasts. But tides were changing. The empire was battered. Violent civil wars, invasions, internal chaos. People wondered, had the old gods abandoned Rome? Enter Constantine, a commander, a survivor of palace plots, and a man shaped by the empire's turmoil. In the deadliest struggle for control, Constantine claimed he saw a sign, a cross of light in the sky, and words, "By this, conquer." He ordered his soldiers to paint Christian symbols on their shields. Against all odds, he won the Battle of the Milvian Bridge. But even with Christianity linked to imperial victory, persecution still flickered. Different rulers, different policies. Constantine knew the empire needed peace, not just on battlefields, but in the spirit of its people. That's where the Edict of Milan enters history. In early 313 AD, Constantine and his co-emperor Licinius proclaimed it together. "We have resolved to grant both to Christians and to all men freedom to follow the religion which each may desire." This was radical. Not just tolerance for Christianity, but freedom for all faiths. The government would return confiscated property to Christians. No more secret worship. No more catacombs lit by trembling candles. Statues, gold, holy books, all restored. Church leaders emerged from hiding to advise rulers now eager to listen. But the Edict of Milan did not make Christianity the only faith. Pagans, Jews, followers of Isis and Mithras, all faiths were allowed. Rome, for the first time, embraced pluralism, at least in writing. Still, Christianity's rise accelerated. Constantine gave bishops new power, resolving disputes, organizing churches, and even influencing law. State funds began to build churches, not just temples. Jerusalem itself saw change. The first church of the Holy Sepulchre was built with imperial support. Behind the scenes, a struggle brewed. Christianity wasn't one single movement, but dozens of competing groups arguing over doctrine. Constantine learned quickly that religious freedom could mean religious chaos. He summoned councils to resolve disputes, starting with the famous Council of Nicaea. But unity was always fragile. And while the edict protected Christians from imperial violence, it didn't end suffering. Riots, accusations of heresy, and local discrimination persisted. But the long shadow of fear was lifting. You could be a Christian and be a Roman citizen, a soldier, even serve at the highest levels of government. A faith that once spread in the shadows could now shape the daylight destiny of an empire. Within decades, emperors after Constantine would go further, making Christianity not just tolerated, but privileged and eventually official. Looking back, the Edict of Milan marks a turning point, not just for Christians, but for the very idea of religious freedom, a concept still struggling to take root in many places today. So imagine Rome, temples and new basilicas side by side, incense and hymns rising together. For a moment in history, an empire let its people choose their own gods. What would you choose in a world suddenly free to believe? And what did Rome forfeit? Peace, unity, or something still greater on that long road to Christianity? The echoes of that choice still shape us. Stay tuned as we journey deeper into Rome's uneasy alliance with faith and how belief would reshape the world's greatest empire.